in the Tupelo years, I realized already from the conversations I've had with people down there that here was a kid who said his dream as early as 10 years old that one day he wanted to be a singing star. Now, the funny part of that is that he never dreamed that he was going to be capital letters Elvis, but his dream of ultimate success in Tupelo at the age of 10 was that he wanted to be like his idol, Mississippi Slim, and one day he would have a 30-minute show on WELO in Tupelo, and people would hear him sing country music on WELO. After he moved to Memphis and lived in Lauderdale Courts in the project, he told his close friends around then that he hoped someday that he would be as big as Bob McKnight in the Cowboys that were on WMPS that had a 30-minute show on Saturday, and he hoped someday that he'd be that successful. And within a year of him telling that, he was one of the biggest names in entertainment history. Of all the thousands of fans that I've talked to and written to from all over the world, I think the one story that impressed me the most was a 17-year-old girl living in Bucharest, Romania, which was then behind the Iron Curtain and under the heavy rule of communism, and still Elvis was the evil person over there. People were not encouraged to listen. And she became an Elvis fan, and she listened to his music as best she could. And she would go to high school. She was a senior in high school at the time, and she went to high school telling people about this person that she had really become an admirer of, Elvis Presley, and how much his music was and everything. And the peer pressure as it is here is the same over there. And her fellow students were saying, "Don't you feel ashamed of yourself?" I said, "The man is dead, and you're sitting here listening to his music and everything." She said, "Why not? We still listen to Beethoven and Bach and Rachmaninoff. Why shouldn't we listen to Elvis Presley?" And that really touched me. I've been asked also, how long is this phenomenon going to last? Because the man died in 1977, and Dr. Bill Ferris at the University of Mississippi Southern Cultural Studies, I believe it is, but he's the expert on the South and everything. And I asked him that question, how long is this phenomenon going to last? And he said until the year 2500 at least, because Elvis Presley is woven into the story of Americana so thickly, as Robert Faulkner from Oxford, that it'll go on forever. In that I write Elvis books and Elvis magazines. I hope he's right.
Bill Burke wrote a lot of Elvis books, like the early Sun years on Elvis. He also wrote the early Elvis, the Humes years. I recommend you picking that. And this book, Early Elvis to Tupelo Years, was written by Bill Burke. Elvis Through My Eyes, a lot of his stories from the newspaper. Also Elvis Memories, pressed between the pages. It's another book. He wrote The Soldier Boy Elvis with one of Elvis's army sergeants, and ... the best of Bill Burke. He also did Elvis, Rare Images of a Legend, and he was the guy that did the Elvis World magazines back in the day. This guy right here, Elvis author and friend. So guys, I do have one book of Bill's. It's called The Early Years, the Tupelo Years. I found it a few years ago, and look, Bill signed it. August 16th, 2002, 007. I believe that was Bill's nickname. And he wrote TCB because Bill, all those years ago, was taking care of business. So, Mr. Burke, I appreciate you. And Globetrotting with Trey is now TCBing. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Globetrotting with Trey. That was Bill Burke, an Elvis author. Make sure to go on eBay and search for his books. Learn some more cool stories from Mr. Burke. And don't double dribble. Subscribe to Globetrotting with Trey to stay updated with every new Elvis episode each Tuesday that I have on my channel. Special episodes here and there. And remember, don't double dribble. Subscribe. Share it with your friends and family. Put it on your Facebook pages so more Elvis fans will learn about Globetrotting with Trey. And until next time, I will see you down the road. Thanks for watching.